Yo, what's up? It's your cousin from the South Side, Zay Soul Line, back at it with another video. Today in this video, we're going to be breaking down my verses in my new song that is out right now, 1767 SoufHampton Way, which is available now on all streaming platforms. I'm going to break down the verses and give y'all an inside look at my process on how I created the song. But without further ado, make sure to like the video, comment, share this with your friends, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and be sure to subscribe and join the family. But without further ado, let's break this down. It was a cool summer day. I was riding on my Schwinn. Me and my friends was cruising to the candy lady, buying all the Fagos and Hershey bars. Mama used to tell me, boy, come your ass home when them street lights are lit. Life was sweet as a bitch. You couldn't tell me shit, boy. Now, in that verse, the whole reason why I got the inspiration to create this song was I was just reminiscing a lot on my childhood, and that first bar really encapsulates what my childhood was, truthfully. There were many mornings during the summer, on the weekends, when we weren't in school. My friends that I used to hang out with in my neighborhood at the time, used to come to my house at 10 a.m., 8 a.m. almost, and we would go riding bikes and just hang out and just talk, chill and shit. And we used to always go to our local candy lady, which one of my friends used to live next door to her, and she used to have the full size chocolate bars, like Hershey's, Snickers, all of that. So I was just really just thinking about those times when we used to just ride our bikes and just go to her house and buy as much candy as we possibly could and as many Fagos as we possibly could. And yeah, that last bar, Mama used to tell me, boy, come your ass home when them street lights lit. Life was sweet as a bitch. You couldn't tell me shit, boy. That's like that, man. If you black, you know that my mama growing up did not play. Like when them street lights came on. Matter of fact, them street lights used to come on at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock type time. That's when the street lights used to come on. And when them street lights came on, I knew to go home. That was the signal to go home. That's really what anybody that in the neighborhood that I lived in, we was all just a couple young black kids. So we knew, when them street lights came on, it didn't matter what we were doing. We had to go home. Because, man, our mamas would skin us alive. For real. Did not play about that shit. At all. And when I said sweet as a bitch, you couldn't tell me shit, boy. That's really I truly growing up. Life as a kid is very different from when you're an adult, because when you're an adult you have all these problems and all these things that you now have to do yourself because you're an adult. I cherish the days me and the bros and the burbs running plays with the football, sitting on the curb eating freeze cups, hooping in the homie backyard. We was going hard in the paint, hitting threes off the backboard like a young Kobe Mamba shit. When I remember there was a friend of ours in the neighborhood with my friends that I used to know in my neighborhood. Well, I had two friends at the time that they had basketball goals in their backyard, but their parents were really strict, and they really wasn't too fond of their kids having friends over. But when they did, we used to take advantage of that basketball goal. No matter whose house it was, we used to play basketball. Actually, it was 3 friends of mine that had basketball goals, and we used to always go to their house, either one's house, and play basketball. And we trying to be like a young Kobe, rest in peace. We trying to be like a young LeBron, a young Michael Jordan, just trying to shoot threes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of my taller friends trying to be Shaq, trying to dunk on everybody and shit. So yeah, I really do. I cherish those days. The simpler times, truthfully. All the old heads at the cookout playing cards. Auntie used to smoke weed till her eyes turned red. Her sister Tina used to throw down in the kitchen. Mama had the whole house fed. When it comes to like a cult classic like card game that like black families play is spades. And really a lot of other people play spades too, but that's a household thing in a black household. Like when it comes to playing cards, if you playing cards, we either playing spades or we are playing Uno. And if you ain't playing Uno, we playing spades. And my folks used to play cards all the time. Like all the old heads used to be in the kitchen around the table playing spades. And man, you hear motherfuckers cussing, getting mad because they lost, all that. And my auntie, used to light her, roll up something nice, you know what I'm saying? And, would be in the cut, chilling, smoking. And, my mama used to, whenever we would have family over, my mama used to throw down in the kitchen at her house, or even if we was at her mom's house, like they would cook the night before, and then the next day prep everything, get everything ready, and man, used to throw down. That's why I said my mama used to throw down in the kitchen. Had the whole house fed, because that's real talk. My mama used to have the whole house fed. Everybody was fed because she threw down in the kitchen. Not only her, but her and her mama used to throw down in the kitchen. Every family gathering. So yeah, rest in peace to them. We used to love one another. We shed blood for each other. Now them days feel like distant memory. When I got older, my family grew apart. Like, the love just wasn't there anymore. Over time, the love began to fade after certain family members passed away, and which is unfortunate, but it was really an eye-opener for me when I was at the age of 13. It was an eye-opener. And it just made me realize and see a lot of people in my family differently, and really made me rethink the term family. Because, there's a thing called chosen family, and chosen family, they don't necessarily have to be related to you. So, and there you have people that are your chosen family that would shed blood for you, or go above and beyond for you to show how much they love you and care about you. And that's really how my family used to be. We used to be loyal to a T to each other and love each other to a T. But things change. Me and my sis playing patty cake. Granny used to make sweet potato pies. My pappy was the fly guy at the barbecue. Mama and daddy used to argue, but would make up before the day was over. Cuzzo used to spend the night sleeping on the sofa, staying watching Looney Tunes till we fell asleep. Growing up, me and my sister, we had a really close relationship. And we used to always play patty cake. We would play like other games like hide and go seek, and what was another game? It was like that game Mama Got Shot by G.I. Joe. Something like that. I don't remember it like to a T, but patty cake was one of those things we used to play all the time. My grandma used to make desserts and stuff. So my grandma would make like sweet potato pie and stuff. Now she ain't always used to make them from scratch. She used to go out and buy them. She'd go out and buy sweet potato pies and stuff. Apple pies too, Hershey pies, stuff like that. But that bar was really like symbolically, like when I said me and my sis playing patty cake. Granny used to make sweet potato pies, Patti LaBelle, sweet potato pies. You get it. You get what I'm saying. My pappy was the fly guy at the barbecue. That was not only true, but that's also a nod to West Side Gun. The fly guy. Shout out to him. Mama and daddy used to argue, but would make up before the day was over. My mom and dad used to argue all the time. It was a real dysfunction. Growing up, I didn't think much of it, but after I got older, I was like, yeah, y'all were very dysfunctional. Because arguing that much, like all the time, like there's no way the two people that love themselves, love each other, would argue as much as y'all do. And have so many disagreements as much as y'all do. In my opinion. I'm just saying. Cuzzo used to spend the night sleeping on the sofa, staying watching Looney Tunes till we fell asleep. My cousin and I, well, one of my cousins on my mama's side, used to spend the night a lot at my house. My youngest cousin on my mama's side, we still talk to this day. We still talk all the time, and he used to spend the night a lot at my house when he could. And we just used to watch cartoons a lot, like Looney Tunes, Power Rangers, every single show on Cartoon Network, Kids Next Door, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, all that, man. Like, the time flew like so fast, and that's really one thing I cherish, as well as still having connection with him. And so, yeah. These childhood memories, I hold them near my heart. Wish the fam never turned cold. Money tore us apart. Shoulda knew from the start. My mama and her mama was the glue that kept us close. Should come as no surprise when they closed their eyes. Them family ties was looking real thin. Growing up, and getting older, there was a part of me that still held on to those childhood memories. But over time, so many parts of my childhood, there were so many parts that were just traumatizing, if I'm being honest. Some parts were very good, and those parts that were the best parts, I still to this day hold them near my heart. Even looking back and seeing all the real shitty parts, I still hold the good parts, like hanging with friends in the neighborhood, hanging with cousins and people in the family that I loved, I still hold that to my heart to this day. So, and my mom and her mom, when they passed, there was a lot that happened, but money really tore us apart. Money really tore my mother's family and me and my dad and my sister. That really tore us apart because it really separated us, and it just kind of was an eye opener and showing me at a young age what kind of people they really were, and who were the two people that were the only reason that we stayed together. And the last thing I want to talk about regarding the song is the cover of the song. Mir, who created the cover, shout out to Mir. I noticed that the picture of me, well, what was supposed to be me, has a third eye, and that really kind of puts it in perspective, because it took until I became older and wiser to realize how broken my mama's family was. It took years to realize that my mother's family was so dysfunctional and so broken. And when I was younger, I couldn't realize it. And I just couldn't put the pieces together. But when I got older, everything was put into perspective on what kind of family my mother was born into. And so, everything when I got older, when I was in my 20s, just kind of came full circle. So, yeah. But yeah. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope y'all enjoyed the breakdown of my song. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends, your granny, your auntie, your mama, your uncle with them. That's, he missing a tooth, a front tooth. He probably stank. He that one musty uncle who probably looked like the top of his belt stank. Yeah, go share the video with him. Keep your distance, but share the video with him. Share the video with your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Your sister, the one with the big ass forehead. Share the video with her as well. We don't judge or discriminate on this side of the pond. And be sure to go stream 1767 SoufHampton Way, available now on all streaming platforms. And until then, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace, family. Yeah. We out this motherfucker. It was a cool summer day, I was riding on my Schwinn. Me and my friends was cruising to the candy lady, buying all the Fagos and Hershey bars. Mama used to tell me, boy, come your ass home when them street lights lit. Life was sweet as a bitch, you couldn't tell me shit, boy. I cherish the day.